Hello kids, welcome back to TLE class. This is Sir Joel Baclares once again. Today we will talk about conducting survey on animal and fish raising. At bago natin simulan ang aralin ito, ating ihanda ang mga sumusunod.
Conduct survey on animal and fish raising.
Sa aralin ito ay ating matutunghayan ang mga iba't ibang uri ng mga hayop na pwede nating alagaan at pagkakakitaan. Meron ba kayong mga hayop na inaalagaan sa inyong bahay? Pwede ba natin itong mapagkakitaan? Ito ay tatawagin nating livestock.
Livestock. This is a noun. This refers to animals kept or raised for use or pleasure, especially farm animals kept for use and profits. This is from Merriam-Webster. And this can also mean animals such as cows, sheep, and more that are kept or traded as a source of income. This is according to Cambridge Dictionary. Livestock are domesticated animals raised in an agricultural setting to produce labor and commodities such as meat, eggs, milk, fur, leather, and wool. Breeding, maintenance, and slaughter of livestock, known as animal husbandry, is a component of modern agriculture that has been practiced in many cultures since humanity's transition to farming from hunter-gatherer lifestyle.
Ngayon naman ay ipapakita ko sa inyo ang mga iba't ibang hayop na pwede nating alagaan at mapagkakitaan. Sabihin ninyo kung anong uri ng negosyo ito na bibilang.
Which of these animals can be raised at home and can give you source of income? Check all that apply. Would it be pig, chicken, lizard, cow, carabao, snake, goat, fish, frogs, or rats? Now let's try to see if you got the correct answer. We will be checking pig, chicken, cow, carabao, goat, and fish. But we are not going to check lizard, snake, frogs, and rats. That is because those are animals that we don't sell in the market. Look at the pictures and tell what kind of business they are. Let's begin with the first picture. We have here a picture of pigs. And do you know what kind of business this is? Correct! This is called swine raising. Let's have the second picture. Oh, so you see some chickens. Now, what do you think this is? Correct! This is called a poultry. Let us have the next picture. Now you see a lot of fish. How are you going to call this? Yes, this is called aquaculture. And how about the next picture? You see some cows, right? So, how are you going to call this? Correct. This is called cattle raising.
Tama, mga bata. Ngayon naman ay papakita ko sa inyo ang iba't ibang larawan ng mga biik o baboy na inaalagaan dito sa Pilipinas upang mapagkakitaan.
Major types of swine in the Philippines. Native swine, ito yung mga pangkaraniwang baboy dito sa ating bansa. This is commonly found in rural areas. They eat palay or meal leftovers and ground as they simply loiter in the backyard. Imported swine variety. We have Yorkshire, large white. White in color, ears are erect and forward, easily adapts to confinement, has fine quality meat. And we have Landrace, white in color with black spots on skin, square ham, short legs, and large drooping ears, easily get sunburn, insect bites, and skin diseases. Duroc Jersey, light to dark red color, superior growth rate, and has good mothering ability. Hampshire, long-legged and slender body, white belt around the body, shoulder, and forelegs, and can be raised in a rugged condition. Berkshire, black color with 6 white points, erect ears of medium sizes are set apart, good meat producers. Then we have Poland China, black in color with 6 white points, medium-sized ears, or slightly drooping, does not produce much offspring.
Bukod sa pag-aalaga ng baboy, marami ding mga negosyante ang nag-i-invest sa fish raising. Tatlo sa mga pinaka-in-demand ng mga isda sa ating pamilihan ngayon ay ang sumusunod.
Fish raising in the Philippines. Commonly raised fish through fish ponds or aquaculture. We have tilapia. Tilapia is one of the most in-demand fish in the market today. Fish growers, both locally and abroad, are focusing aquaculture efforts on tilapia because of the demand for it, as well as its rapid growth and productivity at harvest time. Also referred to as the national fish of the Philippines, milkfish or bangos is very popular for its milky taste. Like the tilapia, milkfish requires no special kind of feed for its diet. Milkfish can be harvested after 7 to 10 months of feeding. And catfish. Catfish resembles cat's whiskers. This fish has become a staple food for many Filipinos, especially in the Tagalog region. Catfish can be harvested between 4 to 6 months of feeding.
At ngayon na alam niyo na ang mga iba't ibang hayop at isda na maaring pagkakakitaan, ay tutulungan ko kayong gumawa ng isang maikling survey. Ano ang ibig sabihin ng survey? At ano-ano ang mga bahagi ng isang survey? At paano ba natin isasagawa ang isang survey?
Conducting a survey. What is a survey? Survey is to examine as to condition, situation, or value, or it also means to query someone in order to collect data for analysis of some aspect of a group or area. Elements of a survey. Here are the elements of a survey: title, introduction, instructions, set of questions, and closing statements. Let me show you through an example. Here is the title, Kinds of Animals Raised in Zone 1 Eat Pit for Livelihood. Then the introduction. This survey aims to figure out the number of household raising animals to supplement family income. Introduction. Yes. Now let us have the instructions. Directions. Fill in the blanks with necessary information. Check the box or boxes for the kind of animal raised and answer the question at the end. Then it will be followed by the set of questions. You have here the data that you need to gather: name, age, and gender, kinds of animals raised for livelihood. And this is now the check box so that they can easily check which of these animals they raised in their households. Why did you choose to raise this kind of animal? And they can freely write their answer. And where do you market the byproduct of this animal? They can also write whatever their answers are. Then it will be followed by the closing statement, which is as easy as saying, "Thank you for your responses."
Sa pamamagitan ng isang survey, ay ating makukuha ang mga impormasyon tulad ng dami ng nag-aalaga ng hayop, uri ng mga hayop na inaalagaan, at mga dahilan kung bakit ito ang mga uri ng hayop na kanilang inaalagaan.
Now, after you have prepared your survey questionnaire, you are now ready to conduct your survey. And here are some of the ways that you can use. Number 1, one-on-one interview or face-to-face. The second one, online platforms through Google Form, email, messenger, and more. Then you have distance, that is, through phone calls, SMS, or text messages, and of course, the letter type. But since we are in the pandemic, we discourage you to do the one-on-one interview or face-to-face. So, we are going to encourage you to use online platforms or the distance way of conducting a survey.
Pero alam niyo ba mga bata na ang pag-aalaga ng hayop at mga isda ay may kaakibat na panganib sa ating komunidad?
Risks and hazards in animal raising. Here are the risks and hazards in animal raising. First, pollution. Animal waste that is not properly disposed and is left exposed in the backyard can produce a very unpleasant smell, causing air pollution. Likewise, the animal waste can attract flies and insects which can be carriers of disease-causing bacteria and other microorganisms. Then, infection and diseases. Flies and insects carrying disease-causing bacteria can settle on food and belongings of their family members, thus contaminating the food and belongings, which can cause diarrhea, food infection, skin infection, and other diseases. And of course, fly and insect infestations. If not controlled, flies and other insects can multiply fast and then spread out in the community, causing disturbance, stress, and diseases. Likewise, sick animals, if not properly treated, can pose danger to the health of the people.
At alam niyo ba mga bata na ang hayop ay nagkakasakit rin? Katulad na lang ng mga baboy. Nagkaroon tayo ng malawakang swine flu sa ating bansa.
Recently, there have been news about Philippines on alert versus swine flu. What is a swine flu? Swine influenza is a highly contagious respiratory disease caused by infection with influenza A virus or IAV. A classic acute outbreak of IAV is characterized by sudden onset and rapid spread through the entire herd, often within 1 to 3 days. The main signs are depression, anorexia, fever up to 108 degrees Fahrenheit or 42 degrees Celsius, prostration, coughing, dyspnea, weakness, and nasal and ocular mucus discharge.
May trivia ako sa inyo mga bata. Alam niyo ba, hindi lang mga tao ang binabakunahan. Pati ang mga hayop ay binabakunahan din para sila ay makaiwas sa sakit. At this point, tingnan natin kung masasagot ba ninyo ang mga sumusunod na katanungan.
Now let us try to answer these questions with a simple true or false. Let's begin. The byproducts of cow are milk and beef. Is it true or false? The correct answer is true. Let's have the second one. The eggs you buy in the market is from a poultry. Is it true or false? Correct. This is true. Let's have the third one. You can't find tilapia and bangus in the market often. Is it true or false? Correct. False. Why? Because we can always find tilapia and bangus in the market. Cleanliness is important in animal raising. Is it true or false? Correct. The answer is true. Then the last one. Surveys are conducted in order to gather information about something. Is it true or false? Correct. It is true.
Sa aralin ito ay dapat ninyong matandaan ang mga sumusunod.
Here are the important points that you have to remember for this lesson. There are two major types of swine in the Philippines, native and imported varieties. The imported varieties include Yorkshire, Landrace, Duroc Jersey, Hampshire, Berkshire, and Poland China. The most common fish raised in ponds or aquaculture are milkfish, tilapia, and catfish. There are risks and hazards in animal and fish raising like pollution, infection and diseases, fly and insect infestation. Animal and fish raising is a good livelihood means. Surveys are conducted to gather data and they can be done through one-on-one interview, online platforms, distance communication.
At sa huli, nais kong inyong masagot ang ating pagtataya at iba pang mga gawain.
Now it's time for you to answer these questions, true or false. Number 1. Cow's meat is called beef while swine's is called pork. Number 2. Pollution is one of the hazards brought about by animal raising. Number 3. Flies and insects are carriers of disease-causing bacteria. Number 4. Vaccinate your animals as necessary. Number 5. The fish and animal raiser should not know ahead of time where or when and how the products will be marketed. For the second part, you are going to write the name of your neighbors at your locality who are animal and fish raisers. Fill out the survey form. Write the name of the person on the first column, then check the right column representing the animal or fish he or she raises. You can ask help from your parents or any adult at home. You are just going to fill out this form. In this activity, face-to-face interview is highly discouraged due to the current situation caused by the pandemic. Phone calls, text messaging, or online means are highly encouraged. For this additional activity, if you are going to raise animal for livelihood, which one would you prefer? Why? Where are you going to raise the animal? Write it in a paragraph.
At dito nagtatapos ang ating aralin tungkol sa conducting a survey on animal and fish raising. Ako si Teacher Joel, nagsasabing walang mahirap sa batang nagsusumikap. Maraming salamat!